podcast along.
Oh, that
Unmute us
fantastic.
here. There we go. Okay.
Is it working now?
we are.
Can
back?
everybody hear us?
Can everybody hear and
Testing,
see?
testing.
Hello
Can
out
everybody
there
hear and see.
to the beautiful world of December people. And how
Yes, we hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go. Wonderful.
fantastic.
Wonderful.
This
That's
is
a nice little
great.
intro from Mike and Mariana.
Let's
big,
give it up
big
for
shout
Mike
out to them.
and
Holy
Mariana.
smokes.
A big shaloo for Mike and Mariana. Shaloo.
Shaloo.
Thank you, everybody.
And it's a special time of year,
it's
isn't
a
it?
special time of year.
Sure is.
So we figured, as the Dungeons and Dragons podcast of the year,
Century, I think.
of the century,
Is it
yeah,
Century, yeah.
that we would surprise everybody with a live, quick rendition of a D&D game, holiday style, Dwarven Moss style.
Holiday style, Dwarven Moss style, guys.
Yeah, it's a special one. Kris has something cooked up for us.
Well, I thought, what better way than to have fun with my very dear friends than to do what we love doing, and that's having some silly, fun D&D. You know what I mean?
I'm really glad you said that, Kris.
Exactly what you
because, Dungeons and Dragons can really weigh you down in the melodramatic journey that it takes you on. And
Absolutely.
It's good to have some levity. What do you think, Tom?
I think levity this time of year is just what the doctor ordered. It's just what
Yes.
Santa ordered.
That's right.
It's a gift. It's a gift for all of us. The
A
gift
big-
of levity.
Shaloo to levity. Shaloo.
Shallow.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, again, we want to thank Mike and Mariana for all that huge praise off the top. We want to thank everybody who's been listening to us for our adventure series. We're working on Act 3. It's sounding so good. And it's going to be in your ears, I would say, in the new year. We're just tweaking it. We're doing our last glazes over like a honey donut, making it all sweet. But it's great. And we also want to thank all our patrons.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Patroonies. We
Oh,
want to
wow,
thank
we've got the
all
chat there.
you guys for sticking with
Fantastic.
us, seeing us through. You're still loving our stuff, and we are so thankful and grateful to all you people who are listening to our nerdiness. It means a lot.
Yeah, it
Just
really
want
does.
to let you know that.
It's really crazy that people have gone with us on this journey and listened, Anyway, what are we doing waxing poetic about this podcast, our journey? We've made our announcements. We've said our thank yous. I think people want to play some D&D.
Oh.
All right. Well, shall I drop you in?
Please do.
Please.
Today is the holiday of holidays in the land of Faerun on the Sword Coast. A white-tailed dove flies in the air and is knocked around by the gust of winds. As the gust of wind takes the camera down, and we float above the city of Baldur's Gate, covered in snow. Beautiful thick blankets of bright white snow sit on the top of every thatched roof, every beautiful stone mansion, every small well-off to not waft to do not good hovel. Hovels. It's covered in hovels. It's a city filled with, the well-off and the not so well-off.
I see.
Right? You guys know Baldur's
I
Gate.
know this town.
Yeah.
You guys know this town. Now, in this big city of Baldur's Gate, we find two small gentlemen on their way to meet a proprietor of theirs. And these two small gentlemen are stopped at the border crossing at one of the busiest intersections by a town guard. Says, "Papers, wheel papers. You're going into the South District. I need to see papers. Who are you? Where are you from?"
Yeah, papers.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah,
he
I've
looks
got
at you, the little one. Yeah. And what's your name?
My name's Moiv.
Moiv?
Moiv. Moiv Green Shadow.
Moiv Green
He
Shadow.
talks a little funny. His
Actually,
name
sorry,
is
this-
Merv.
Merv.
Yeah, MERV.
Oh,
And,
fine. All right. And who might you be?
I'm Thaxor. And we don't need any papers.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Didn't you know? We're expected here. You need to meet our proprietor, if you know what I mean. Isn't that right, Merv?
Yeah, I mean, he said that we would be able to enter in no problem.
You
gotta talk to your
I
boss.
need both of you to roll me a persuasion roll right now.
As the two halflings sort of take in this this guard.
Actually, I think you're a little taller than Merv. Merv's
am I a little taller?
Merv's a forest gnome.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
he's about 2.5
I'm a light
feet
foot
tall.
halfling.
You're like, you're
Okay.
huge.
Yeah.
You're like a huge 3 feet
So
tall.
you two, you guys are looking up at this guard.
But we're still both very short.
Yes.
I have this big kind of ratty green tunic on.
Okay, yeah.
Little wind gusts across Thaxor's face, and he flashes a real kind of like Joe Pesci smile with a golden tooth up at the guard as he tries to persuade him. And with the 2,
A 12 for Merv.
Well, I don't trust this little doof. But you look like you're a stand-up man. I trust you if you could vouch for him.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Thaxor and I have been. He's a good pal. Don't let his toothy grin throw you off. He's a top-notch citizen.
All right, fair enough. And the guard looks you guys up and down. He's looking for any telltale signs. Maybe they're from the Harpers or the Dentarum or something. Do they have any? And then he leans in close. He goes, "You guys here to see Mosshammer?"
yeah, that's right.
That's the name.
Mosshammer.
This way. And he goes to point down an alleyway, but he goes to the very first door in the alleyway and it opens it up.
Hmm.
Right in here. And he opens it up, and you guys enter this beautiful office. It's dripping with papers and scrolls and piles of books. Then a chandelier hangs from the roof, the ceiling of it, but on the ceiling hangs other things like medals and trophies and stuff. Behind this big oaken table sits this big old fat jolly man with his big white beard.
Now, this is what I would assume to be our proprietor. And have we been here before?
You guys have never been here before, but you know of Mosshammer. This is one of the legendary guys who is sort of works in the shadows. He's a bit of a shadow broker. You know what I mean? You guys would know him because of your dealings, you know.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you guys are pretty sly.
And is there anything else that we should know leading into this about what our last? I mean, like we're both rogues.
We should say that, yeah.
We should say we're both rogues. We have these characters, these rogues that have been doing, the business of mercenary work and various.
Yeah, we're like
intrigues.
hands for hire for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Here for self.
And we've gotten ourselves a job. It sounds.
You've gotten yourself a job in Baldur's Gate.
What is the job? This is information I think we would know, right?
So it's that you have been hired by Mosshammer because you guys he knows are the best, sneakiest guys. If you need someone to break into something, to get something for you, you look for gnomes and halflings.
Right.
Not only are they lucky, but they're just so goddamn small and just so advantageous. So you've been asked to retrieve a specific item for him in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
And that's the only information you know that you've been asked him. It's going to be worth a lot of money. Sitting behind the counter, jolly old fat man with a big white beard says, "You boys made it. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. Please have a seat."
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
All right, I'll have a seat. I suppose you're
Mosshammer, Jacorius Mosshammer is my name. I believe you've got my message. Obviously you have. You're here. You're in the flesh.
Well, I make a habit of not just finding particular items for proprietors during the holidays, but year round. So just because it's Christmas doesn't mean that I'm gonna do a poor job. Being a bit of a curmudgeon evil rogue I am.
Oh, well, that's good news, I guess. Is that what you're
Okay.
getting at?
Yeah.
I don't really-
Make with that what you will.
Okay, great.
I'm still trying to.
Also, what is Christmas? We don't celebrate that here in Faerun.
I said holidays, but
We celebrate Glory Star.
all right, Glory Star.
Right.
Remind me again what the
Yeah,
Murph, do you know
what-
what Glory Star is?
I remember there being a big star,
There's a
and
big
it goes. You have to put it at the top of something,
That's right.
maybe the building or a tree or
Whoa.
whatever's kind of.
Gentlemen, very savvy are you? That's
Oh, you flatter
exactly
me. He's kind. I like
what
it.
I wish for you to receive from me. My golden star. You see, it was stolen not long ago.
Oh no. Is that why things have been so dark around here?
Indeed. Very perceptive.
Inspiration point?
Not at all. No, what I need you to do, I need you to retrieve my golden star from that little brat in the richest neighborhood in Baldur's Gate. His name is Nevik. Nevik Kickmalister.
Nevik.
You must
Nevik
go to the
McCall-
Kickmalister.
Oh yeah, I think he's
Mansion.
got that big old house up. But he's got a bunch of siblings, I believe.
Well, that's the good thing. The Kickmalister family
Hmm.
are all away in Neverwinter and Holiday.
Oh.
The house is completely empty. And I know you too. Your reputation precedes you as the soaking rogues. We know you're very
That's
good at
right.
what you
We,
do.
we are the Soaking Rogues,
Yeah, the gruesome twosome.
otherwise known as the Gruesome Twosome.
You've got a lot of aliases. Cool.
We have to these days.
Very cool.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Mousehammer.
Well, and Thaxor takes out a little dagger and he flips it up and catches it on the handle. And
Whoa.
he
Great
said-
dagger work.
well, thank you. So you want this star back, and you know who did it? This Nevik.
That's right.
Well, let me ask you something, Mosshammer. And he glances over to Merv. What's stopping you from going to talk to Nevik yourself?
Nothing. I'm lazy.
Hmm.
I could. For sure I could. But why do it myself when I could hire the soaking rogues?
Hmm.
I tell you, there's no good reason behind why I can't do it myself. But there's always stock in a question like that.
Say no more.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's home. Break in, easy peasy.
Easy peasy, Merv. Well, Mosshammer, if there isn't any other information, we'll just
Not
go
at
get
all.
your star for you.
Gentlemen, pleasure doing business with you. When you come back, I'll be waiting right here.
We'll be back.
And we leave, and Thaxor spins his dagger around. Oh, it's beginning to look a lot like that guy's full of shit, Merv. All right. Now, listen to me.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I got this thing all figured out. All right.
Okay.
So this guy is pinning this star on some brat, he says.
Okay, yeah, Nevik.
Yeah, Nevik.
Sounds like a made-up name.
Yeah, this sounds really fishy, if you ask me. And I'm trying to figure out what his motive could be. Wanting this star. It's just a big, bright, stupid star.
Yeah.
But there's something fishy going on with Mosshammer.
Yeah, I didn't buy that whole lazy thing.
Neither did I, Merv. And that's
Mm.
very perceptive. You're perceptive today.
I'm feeling the flow.
You had a multivitamin, didn't you?
I had a couple, yeah, and a tall glass of seltzer.
You're full of shit. Merv.
You
Come
guys
on,
are giggling
here
through
we-
the streets.
come
and
on.
You're walking, the snow's falling, and it's actually
Pull the
getting very
tunic
quiet.
over.
Yeah,
That's
little
right.
gusts of wind. but you're also looking around and like the town is really quiet, right? Because it's the evening of what did we say? Glory Star is the holiday.
Glory Star. Yeah.
Glory
It's the
Star.
Glory
right? It's
Star.
Glory Star Eve.
Glory Star Eve. Okay.
Glory Star Eve. So
Mhm.
you guys are making your way down this one of the smaller streets in Baldur's Gate that leads you to the more affluent, the
Mhm.
cobbled road, lovelier, more highfalutin area of Baldur's Gate.
All right, Murph, stand up straight here. You don't want to stick out. Somebody sees you in the shadows in this part of town, they get a little, antsy.
Mm.
You guys see it across the roadway, there's a couple, just an older man, and he's shoveling a sidewalk, and you can hear from just across the road, he goes, Mary Glory Star.
Oh, that's us.
Merry Glory Star, sir. And what a fine evening it is today.
Ah, indeed. And he
God,
taps his-
bumbug.
Well, and he taps his shovel against the ground and walks back.
You
into
don't
his
got to be
house.
nice to everybody, Murph, just because they're nice to you. See, I don't go in for all this holiday stuff. You know that about me.
You're a bit of a grump around this time of year, aren't you?
I'm a grump all year round, Murph. I make no joke about it.
Sometimes I feel like we're oil and water.
I like oil and water. Keeps walking.
He keeps walking, and you come up to this house
Okay.
that was told to you by Mosshammer. This is the Cuckmalister house.
It's the Cook Malister house, Murph.
And what you
This-
see
Look,
is this beautiful snow-draped house
look at that snow draped house. It's beautiful.
with its high roofing.
Really high roof in there. You see that, Murph?
Oh,
There's
yeah,
this
yeah.
Beautiful. There's this beautiful stained glass window in the second floor,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Wow.
lights pouring out from the first floor.
You getting all this, Murph?
This place, I can feel it. I can sense the treasure already.
Yeah, that's right.
Classic case in the place for the treasure, Murph.
That's right.
This place has got to be filled with witches.
Witches?
Riches.
In this part of town?
No, yeah, riches. This is the witches.
There's not going to be any witches here.
This is the witches part of town.
The richest part of town. And he smacks him on the head.
And Crow going, ah, ah.
All right, we're going to have to keep a little more low profile than that. I got to
Yeah,
keep
keep
a
it
little
down.
lid on it. All right, you just try to keep some of those comments to yourself, Murph.
So what do you say? Let's
Classic
we-
case in the place.
exactly. Maybe we sneak around the back. What do you think?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's go around the back and see if we can get somewhere a little less conspicuous.
Okay.
Roll me stealth, both of you, as you stand in front of this house. It's glowing with this firelight.
Ooh, Moiv's got a
4 plus 7 is 11.
Okay.
got a 19.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say with that, because
Mhm.
you guys know this is Glory Star Eve. You guys know that there's nobody home in the Cuckmalister house. You guys have seen the last person, this old man, go back into his own hovel. Even with a low roll, like what, 11 was it?
Yeah.
You still find one point you step on a piece of ice, you go,
It's okay. It's easy to sneak around here.
and then you keep going,
Oh, it's
keep going
nice
to the
snow.
back. You keep going to the back of the house. And
Gust of wind, winter,
yeah,
cold.
the wind chime dangles off the back as you guys reach the very back of the house. And you see there's a green door. And then there's a stairway leading down into what appears to be the under part of the house.
Mm.
Backyard, empty, just covered with snow. A little bird feeder, but
Is
that's covered in ice.
Is there a little bit of light on in the house? Or
There is. Absolutely,
There's,
yes. Yeah.
Hey, look at that light.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Mosshammer, he said nobody would be home. Someone's got to be home.
Maybe they just left a candle on or something.
Leave a candle on or something. Come on.
Well, hold on. Think about it, Merv. What are we here to get?
We're here to get the star.
What does a star do?
It shines.
That's right. Maybe it's going to be a lot easier than we thought.
Ah, okay.
Come on, let's just go in the basement. Nobody's home.
Sure. Yeah. So Moiv Yeah, he's got a big ruddy face, a bulbous red nose. He's a forest gnome.
Yeah.
He's got like short.
Hey,
you know-
Rudolph, you go first.
All right, yeah, with a little glint off of his nose. He starts feeling around the door and he pulls out a pick from his pocket and makes a sleight of hand. And rolls a 14
Ooh.
as he's trying to jiggle around these tumblers.
As you jiggle around these tumblers with a 14, you get to a point where the last one clicks, but from inside, you hear, "Who is it?"
Oh! Moiv just jumps in a bush immediately.
Yeah, and
then he sticks his
Thaxor
head out and you
attempts to
can see
hide.
Thaxor.
Okay, give me a stealth to hide.
20.
Oh,
13
okay.
plus 7.
So you're able to just like sneak around the door and just hide in the shadow, the blind side where the shadow is, that the
Okay.
light isn't hitting beside the door easily.
It's actually plus 3, but I would have still, I think, gotten them there.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair, fair.
You hear this voice. You just say, "Who is it?" You guys hide.
And Thaxor tries to make eye contact with Merv.
Yeah, he's up in the bush. Thaxor gives him a knowing look, and Morv digs into his repertoire and sends out. He casts a little minor illusion because he's an arcane trickster.
Yeah. Oh.
And he sends out a deep voice saying, it's just the groundskeeper, taking care of things out back. You might want to come take a look at this."
Then you hear the guy from inside. He goes, "We'll leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here."
Shoot, I don't think that worked.
I got an idea.
What are you thinking?
Come here. We try to just get a little out of earshot.
Yeah.
And he leans over to. And what's the time of day right now?
Oh, it's close to midnight.
Close to midnight.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
So it's very dark, very quiet.
Okay.
Snow is falling.
Hey, Merv. If we're going to do this sneakily, we're going to do it sneakily. And I know you're not into this idea, okay? So hear me out.
Okay.
Maybe we do a little bit of killing today.
Whoa, a bit of killing.
I know it's the holidays. You already gave me this speech last week.
Oh, on Glory Star Eve. We're going to take a life. And Merv's just like packing a snowball like a child. I thought we were just going to, get that star and get out of here.
And then Thaxor sits down for a second too. His tunic, and he starts making a snowball. I just haven't done a lot of killing lately, and it's just been eating me up inside.
These fat snowflakes.
Well,
are
what'll it be,
falling on
Merv?
both of you.
Look,
Are we going in guns blazing? Or are we going to find some sneaky way in?
maybe we can cause a distraction.
All right.
Maybe one of us, I don't know. Maybe I can just whip one of these snowballs right through the window. And he curls up and just throws one as hard as he can at like the highest, at the stained glass window.
Oh my God. Do me a favor.
Give it a
Roll
whip.
dexterity. That'd be a dexterity, right? That's kind of like a melee.
Yeah,
Hold on a
sure.
second,
Or
Merv.
Oh, he tosses it. It's a 14.
And it smacks against the window. And you hear the from the top of that stained glass that you threw it at.
What did we hear?
A little
Little-
as if it broke.
Oh,
a little
shit.
crack.
And
He got
from
it.
inside, then you hear, "Hey, I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of arrows. 1, 2, 10.
Run!
And all these arrows are like,
Oh my gosh, do we have to dodge any?
Arrows are flying at us?
So you guys make dexterity saves.
Okay, okay. Oh, really? A
Holy
straight up
shit.
dex save. How many arrows?
What sound like hundreds of arrows.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Well, I got
Dexterity
a
save?
I got a 13.
Okay.
Oh, way to go, Thaxor.
23.
As you guys land in the snow, you hear all these arrows. You hear this gust of wind. You're face down in the snow. And as you
Moist
get up,
trips a little bit.
you know, your eyebrows are all covered in snow now that your face is out of the snow after everything's passed. And you look, there were no arrows anywhere. You look, everything's the exact same. It was just the sound of arrows flying at you.
What are you?
We got tricked.
We did get twigged.
We got tricked. You should have seen it, you idiot. And he starts smacking him. He smacks him and he smacks him across the face.
As you're smacking him,
Little
what's your
space.
passive perception?
Passive perception.
Yeah, what's your
is
past perception?
9.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your past perception?
It's 12.
Okay. You're just busy slapping him and
Slapping each other. I should have smelled this twick coming along a mile away. I'm a king of the Twixters.
Well, we're going to just have to out-twick him.
We just gotta out twick him.
All right, come on. What do we got? What do we got? Let's go. Maybe you go up there and...
Maybe I'll send my mage hand out somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Do we know maybe we maybe make it look like it has a star in it or something? Oh, you probably can't do that. You're not strong enough.
Not yet. I could pick up an object though. I can make. And he grabs a snowball and has it floating through the air.
Hey, why don't you just take that and distract them with it? Let's not get afraid of any other flying arrows.
Look, whoever it is in there, I'll distract them up to the top floor near the stained glass, and that's
right.
when you go in through the basement.
That's right. Yeah. Good.
Okay. And he starts sending this this
Murph.
mage illusory hand,
There it
this
is.
snowball
oh yeah.
flying up
Yeah.
Towards the stained glass window. And is there even a hole in that window?
There's a little tiny hole because just the corner, you know, how stained glass kind of has like wires of like whatever pewter in between the
sure.
thing. So it broke one of the little frames of colored glass.
Okay.
And so it's missing now.
So he just goes and like jams the rest of that snowball through there. And he starts
Oh, yeah, you're really making a mess of that stained glass window.
Yeah, really, it's crumpling even. You know, more little shards
killing
of
him.
stained glass is falling off.
That's just
and he starts then with his hand, he starts knocking on all the windows now, all up and down
even
around
for
the
me,
side.
Murph. I mean, look at that's a real piece of art up there. People put their heart and soul
Look,
into that. and
you
you're
wanted to
just
kill
breaking it to
somebody. You're
bits.
talking about killing somebody? You got more
Appreciative
emotion.
art. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
As you're
I
talking,
really
As you
appreciate that.
stand
art.
in the shadows in the backyard, you do see just from inside, as if something passed in front of a lamp or something, or someone passed in front of a light, because you see
Okay.
the light from inside kind of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah. And he puts his hand out. Hold on a second, Murph.
It's still snowing.
This is another one of his tricks.
Oh,
Probably this brat, Nevik.
you think that's a fake shadow?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a fake shadow. And Thaxter starts walking up to that very window.
Okay, and as the snow crunches beneath your feet, still so silent, you're walking up to the window. The light is illuminating your face more. So you're stepping on, you know, the camera's like kind of as if it was just in front of the window, and you're stepping out of the darkness into the illumination of this window, this frosted window.
You can see the sort of weathered skin on Thaxor's face as he kind of looks up. And he looks into the window.
And he sees a kitchen, a really nice, well-made kitchen. And because it's a frosted window, you know, the kind of your view kind of warps and distorts with every angle that you move your head, but you can make out a countertop and some nice cutlery all around. It's a pretty affluent kitchen, I would say. It's a pretty hoity-toity kitchen.
Hey, Murph.
Yeah.
It's just some stupid kitchen.
What do you mean? You see all the witches? It's filled with witches in there.
Doesn't look like anybody's in here. Just like I said, I'm going to go in. And Thaxor goes to open up the window.
No latches. Frosted windows are just kind of caked into the sides and the bottoms and tops of this.
This guy can't open this. And he starts looking around for another opening. He's sort of getting at antsy now.
So you still have the door that's right in front of you. You have these stairways down into the under part of the house.
There's a big green door too, right?
It's a big green door. This is the door that you heard the voice from inside. You tried to open it up. Remember, right as you got his
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
under door you're saying.
There's stairway down
Stairway down
and then a door
and a door.
up top.
And we heard okay.
All right, Baxo. Let's just play a classic game of Tricky 9 Doors. I'm gonna go to the big green door. I'm gonna knock on it, and then
That's a
we run
good
down
idea,
to the
Murph. All
basement.
Okay.
So Merv kind of creeps up slowly, pulls out his little hand,
Do it.
all 2.5 feet of him, and he just starts rapping on this door.
Yeah.
He says, Twicky 9 Doors, and he stumbles and runs down the stairs, and he goes to head to the basement. Oh,
So I need
That's
both
all.
And Baxor's waiting for him down by the basement.
So as you guys are waiting, you're watching your friend. He knocks on the door, and you guys run. And as you take a step onto the stairs that lead down to the basement, I need you both to make dexterity saves.
14.
12.
Both of you, the first steps you take, slip, you fly up, and you smack your bums, your little low bums, and having
all the way down to the bottom.
all the way down to the bottom. You guys
Now we're lying
take,
next to each other.
lying next to each other. You both have taken 1d4 ice or frozen damage.
Frozen damage.
Ice damage.
Shit. Okay. He's rubbing his he hit his knee on the stairs pretty bad.
Both
Oh. Owie, he got one.
Yeah, you
With the
twisted
one.
your ankle, Faxor, pretty bad. And hit your butt bone as well. Hard.
This freaking place. That was a twap. They're all Twix and Twaps.
Shut up.
So in front of you now is just this solid door, iron door. Not big or heavy at all. It's right here.
Baxor gets up really quickly.
Okay.
And he goes to just swing it open.
As you grab the handle, you connect with the door handle, and you hear this sizzle go. And you take 1d6 fire damage.
So wait a sec. What's Nevik's last name again?
Malister.
Right. Okay. And his family's away in Neverwinter?
And you guys are known as the Soaking Rogues.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you just checking in with us now? Or like,
I don't know.
Please tell me.
It sounds familiar.
or are you trying to like represent the one audience member that's just like,
Wait a minute.
and you're like, I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to just validate for you
I think
with
that's,
a big wink.
that's what I was doing. Yeah.
So as this sizzling hand,
And Baxor runs back, tries to go, and he sees the stairs.
yeah.
And now he's looking for anything to sort of
There's
like cold
a heavy,
or.
slick ice that runs across each stair that you just came down.
Okay, so now he's just putting his hand on the ice.
And you look back, and just like Indiana Jones, there's a K that's just fucking seared into the palm of your hand for Cuck Malister household. That's on the door that just goes.
Okay. And
The
as
door
soon as it
opens up.
opens, Merv runs right through.
Okay,
Immediately enters.
so Merv, as you enter, it's darkness and a tunnel and a set of stairs. that
We're
go
level 3,
straight
by
up.
the way.
Okay.
Level 3.
Okay.
So you run in, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you run right up. That's the only way up because this is the bottom of the house, right? Underneath is just a cellar. It's a dark, dank cellar. There's an
Yeah.
old furnace at one side.
Murph can hear me by the ice, and he can hear my voice. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that Nevik. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna just bite his little fingers off.
Easy, Thaxor. We're not doing any killing tonight.
Starts walking up behind him. It's charging right by him.
Yeah.
You're going right up
We're
the
heading up.
stairs?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on a second. Wait a second.
What do you mean?
I don't want to walk into another one of this stupid brat's tricks. Check the stairs with your hand or something. make sure that they're not gonna turn into mimics. Or...
Okay, he starts feeling around
Okay,
up
great.
around the stairs, doing a
Okay,
little bit of
so
an
you're doing, like, an
investigation.
investigation.
Oh wow! So he's got a 19 for investigation.
So as your own hand, your gnomish hand, as you
Yeah.
go down to check this stairwell that doesn't really have a lot of light on it, so you're touching it, and the moment you touch it, your fingers touch this sort of black, sticky substance.
Ooh,
What is it?
it's not white. It's like an oil or something. It's sticky. I can barely get my hand off, and he just
What, does it hurt you?
yeah, it's hurting. I'm trying to take my hand off.
Yeah. He takes and pulls his hand.
And it comes free, but after a bit of just fighting it, and you look at it, and it's like this gross, like tarry substance. It's
Tar? Is it tar?
I think it's tar. There's gonna be more of this stuff somewhere.
Well, I'm not worried about getting my fingers in a little bit of tar. They've been in worse places. Come on.
Well, you know what they say about sticky fingers?
What do they say?
You know, sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about them?
Oh, is that sometimes your hands get sticky.
Yeah, you're a real idiot sometimes, Murph. And he starts walking up the stairs. Come on.
And as you take your first step, are you wearing? Halflings travel with no.
Oh, this
shoes
stuff
on,
is
right?
like all over the stairs?
all over the stairs.
Okay.
Are you wearing any shoes?
Yeah.
So as you step on, you realize you have to put your other shoe on the net, and then you almost have to take your foot out of your boot and take your next step. You're in your sock.
All right, I'm gonna make it to the top of these stairs.
And then as
Who
you
needs
take
the boots? Okay, I could do the whole thing. I'm better barefoot. Murph.
You
I'm
get-
better barefoot.
you get halfway up, and I need you to make a dexterity save for me on this.
9.
So you're going real slow, and you put your little halfling foot down, and from the bottom of your foot, you feel this, what you don't see, this nail just pierce right into the bottom of your foot, and you take 1d4 piercing damage.
And he grabs it and he falls directly backwards. 1d4.
1d4. And you hear a
Full 4.
Okay, wait, so I'm at 18, 12 damage. And my HP. Weird, my phone is broken.
well, let's take this moment, take a break. While
Okay.
Jay checks his HP, and just to say,
I don't think I have more than 12 HP. I just wanted to check.
Well, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, level 3 for sure.
21 hit points. So
okay, so you're
I've taken 12, so I'm at
Taking quite a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. So Thaxor falls back. Merv, you watch this guy come tumbling down the stairs. You now see that there was a nail that you didn't even see in the stairs by accident.
Right.
Thaxor stepped on. Also, this tarry substance is sticking his footwear and his socks to each step.
What
And the door is open
I'm
at the
just,
top.
come on, Merv. What the hell are we gonna do?
I don't know. Is it even worth it for this star?
Oh, it's worth it, all right. Who gives a crap about the star? I want to get this never bread friggin' chicken. Do something.
Yeah. Okay.
Do something.
And he looks around. Is there anything else, like anything he can grab around? Like he's looking for something like any sort of cloth he can kind of throw over the stairs to
Give me a
cover the
perception
tar.
check, because you're kind of pawing around at the walls.
16.
And stuff. Okay, so you find some old burlap sacks and some folded over paper bags. that
Yeah,
are
he
there.
rips one of those sacks open and dumps the contents along the stairs.
Yeah, and there's
Where
just
is it?
dust and straw and dirt and
Okay.
earth, and it starts to stick to the bottom of the stairs.
This will give us a better grip.
All
We
right,
gotta
just
watch out for those
Throw
nails.
it all over there. Yeah, get it all over. That's a good one, Merv.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. You know, sometimes you come up with the smart stuff, Merv.
Wow. Well, you know.
And so now after, let's say about 3 to 4 minutes of you guys pouring down and then going up the next step and pouring down, going up the next step and pouring, you get to the top, and the door is just a little ajar. The door leads in to the ground level of the house. You're at the top of the stairs now.
This looks like a job for my mage hand.
Hold on a second. I don't want to fall into another one of this brat's little tricks.
Yeah. That's why I say I think we should probably keep a distance.
Nah, by this point, he's expecting us to do it because every time we try to get around him, he's one step ahead of us.
Right.
So let's flip it. This time, I'm going right through. Dagger first. And he takes out his dagger and he charges through the door.
And you charge through the door and you get to the main foyer area as you pass by. And I need you to make me a dexterity check.
My passive isn't doing anything. My attitude's not doing anything for me. And my roll, 3 + 7 making 10, is not doing much for me, I don't think.
As you run into the main foyer, wow, with this dagger out, you see these little toy ball-bearing
God.
cars, and they're
Mhm.
spread all over the front part of the
Yeah.
foyer, and you go, whoop,
Carved by the local Baldur's
local
Gate
toy maker,
toy
in
maker,
Baldur's Gate,
blacksmith.
yeah. But only for the rich kids. Only the rich kids in Baldur's Gate have
Get these little
types
metal
of-
toys.
tiny,
yeah.
tiny. So it's another 1d4, just bludgeoning damage, and
3.
you're prone. You've fallen prone.
Wow. I think some of these toys are like sticking to the tar that's all over
That's right. Yeah.
his
Yeah.
body. And
So you're in the main foyer now, at the bottom of a bigger set of stairs that goes up to the second floor. And you can see in the second floor, that is where the shining is coming from. That is where the pulsing gold light.
And all the pain goes away from Thaxor's eyes as he sees it. Yeah, won't like it if we get that, will you? Merv! Obviously, this brat's got something to hide. He really doesn't want us getting at this thing.
okay.
Merv!
It's okay. I got this.
Merv, get in here!
I'm coming in. He opens the door. He sees him on the ground. He has empathy for Thaxor in all this pain, and Merv decides that now it's time for me to lead the charge. And he pulls out his dagger. I'm going up the stairs. Dagger first. He starts running up the stairs. with the
Hold on a
dagger.
second, Merv. Wait, it wasn't a good
And
idea
I
the
need
first
you
time.
to make me a dexterity save.
16.
As this, what an interesting thing. It
Yeah,
cuts
what
to
is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Merv
What does it
at the
look like?
beginning of this session going, I'm actually just a little smaller than you, Thaxor, because then it cuts back and this big can, this metal can swings down from the top of the stairs and just goes and just skims the top of your
You
hair.
can feel it. Yeah.
So you passed. You've been able to
Wow.
run under
Just
that
does.
trap and make it to the second floor.
Okay. So he's going all the way up. As soon as he gets to the top, he starts looking left. He starts looking right. Thaxor, it's safe. Get up here.
Yeah, right. Good job, Merv. Didn't expect this short couple of guys coming up, right? Didn't expect that. And he runs up the stairs.
Runs up the stairs and give me a dexterity save with advantage because you see that there's this thing coming
15.
and this one just actually you feel it on top of your head, but you make it by. There were 2 cans.
It
set
takes
up.
off
Two cans.
Thaxor's tunic that he always
Yeah,
has.
it knocks
Yeah.
it back.
And it knocks it back, revealing this really like bald with like little frizzy 1 or 2 hairs. Like
Sure.
some of them are red.
And you guys
Whoa!
get to the top.
He's
of the
embarrassed
stairs,
about it.
And at the top of the stairs, you see this beautiful, beautiful pine tree, this coniferous tree with these beautiful swollen needles covered in these gorgeous decorations. You see beside it this candlelight, all these candles that are lit beside it. You see
Look
on
at those
top-
candle holders, Merv. Some riches for you.
And as you look
Yeah.
there, the same design, the gold shine leads you to the star, the golden star on top of this coniferous tree. And at the bottom of this coniferous tree, this little boy in a striped sweater turns around and he goes, "Get out of my house, you filthy animals." And as he says that, he goes, and he's now an actual doppelganger. And we have to roll for initiative. What'd you get?
I got a 5.
Okay.
I'm low.
I got an
low with
8.
the totem.
Okay. Nevik
Little
is the
jerk.
first to act.
So he's just been a doppelganger this whole time.
You've just been a doppelganger this whole time,
It's-
Nevik?
The whole
That's
thing's
right.
a big twick.
Yeah, I knew you went to go see Moss Hammer, and I heard it, so follow me.
We're gonna mess you up, Nevik.
So he goes.
You
and
messed me up.
He pulls out this sword. He's like, and he goes to hit Merv. Ooh, sweet. What's your AC?
16.
And he misses Merv.
Oh, dodged again.
That's it. Oh my god. And then
Ready
he
for double
tries
bubble.
at this point to read your thoughts. And he can't do it. And it goes to Thaxor, who's standing right beside you. You guys are at the top of the stairs.
So I'm looking at Merv and I'm saying, Merv, I said we burn this place down, grab the star, and get the hell out of here. What do you think?
You know what, Thaxor? I think that's what we do.
You handle the star,
Okay.
I'll handle the fire.
All right.
And Thaxor grabs the candles
Okay.
and he kicks over the table towards the drapes.
Okay, so make me a strength check. See how this kick
Okay.
goes, because you're kicking this solid object.
Yeah.
Trying to do this bigger action too. Coordinated movement of knocking a table over
9,
two, pull
right.
down drapes. Ooh, and the table.
But wait, can I
knocks.
use something?
Of course.
Let me use my acrobatics to make it 12.
Amazing. So right at that, you actually have to jump to get enough strength to then go.
Ah!
And it pushes, and as it falls against the drapes, it catches on the drapes, and it just goes shh, and it rips down once. But you can tell as every round in D&D is 6 seconds, it's going to take another shh to fall perfectly into the candles. This is what your
Mhm.
coordinated plan is.
Yes.
So you've done that as an action. That's your action.
That's my action. And now my movement is going to go anywhere I need to get to find where I'm looking for an escape route.
So down this hallway, on the second floor of the Malister house,
Mhm.
you see a big window at the end that sits right behind this glory star tree, this
Oh my
coniferous
God.
tree.
And a zoom up on Thaxor, and he sees what his plan is. Cut to
Merv then goes right over to Merv.
Moy pulls out a short sword and just runs towards the base of the tree and just starts hacking it. I'm gonna get this star down for us.
Okay, well, as you run, because the doppelganger came up to you to attack you, you have
Yeah.
to escape an attack of opportunity
Oh,
because you're right there. So you're running right by him, right?
yeah.
Okay, so. Okay. He got a 19.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. Oh, what's
And
he hit me with? What does he
take
have?
He's got a scimitar.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nasty little bugger.
Sorry, no, that's a slam, actually. So he takes his big open hand and just hits you on the side of the head bah, as you run by him. And you take 1d6 plus 4. I rolled a 1, but plus 4 is 5. You take 5 damage, and the
Ooh,
left side of your head is
yeah, his
ringing.
ears ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal.
Okay. So then you're going to use the rest of that action after that opportunity.
Yeah, he's
to-
gonna keep going.
Okay. So you make it 5, 10, 15 feet down the hall. Start hacking and sawing at this table. It's Nevik's turn now.
I feel like we only have till 4:50, don't we?
Nevik goes.
Isn't that the time?
Yeah. We're getting
Nevik
close.
goes, I'm going to kill you. And he runs down the hallway. And he jumps and shape shifts into a bear.
Oh my God.
And from that, you hear the curtains ripping, and the camera goes close onto the very threads of the curtain. And one thread lights up, and a small ember crawls up this thread. The then, like backdraft, goes and covers the whole curtain in flame. Thaxor, your turn.
Slow motion, and Staxor sees this and it's reflected in his eyeballs. It's going according to plan. And he looks over to Merv, and he looks over at the star, and he starts to run towards the star, using all of his movement, using all of his strength. And he goes, "Come on, Merv!" And he jumps up to try and grab the star and break out the window behind it.
Roll me acrobatics with advantage. This is your master plan going off.
Right,
Merv, you're following right next.
Well,
Your
Merv
turn's
kind of
right
wants to
after.
help him. He's getting down. He's actually getting down on his back.
Okay. Oh, yeah. To
Yeah, so Thaxor can jump on the back, and he's going to push up.
16.
As he jumps on the back and this bear is flying behind you and you're in front of it, the curtains are on fire. You use Merv just enough. Merv, I want you to roll me a strength check
Ooh, okay.
right now
That's
as
the
you
strongest
push
guy.
up.
Holy shit! It's a crit.
And you push up. And with that push,
There we
you
go.
push Thaxor up to the top of the tree. He grabs the star, and in one big motion, it cuts to outside to the old man who's shoveling his walk again.
Okay.
And it's quiet, and the snow is falling. And after 1 second, smash from the top floor, a bear, a glory star tree, and 2 halflings, 2 little soaking rogues plop out and land like poofs in the snow. And this bear has just been caught in this pine tree, covered in needles. As it goes, it slips back into a doppelganger. And as we all know, doppelgangers hate needles in their skin.
Mhm.
And he is lying prone. Both of you have gotten sat up from being in the snow. And right there in between you, shining like the star it is the golden star from the top of the tree. And the old man from across the street once again goes, "Merry Glory Star."
And then as they're looking at the old man and they're on this prone doppelganger, Thaxor just leans over and slits the throat of the doppelganger, looking at the old man.
The old man doesn't see it and just sees the stream of like, oh.
Well,
And the camera climbs up as the snow falls down. The camera climbs
You
up.
see them just getting smaller and smaller. Get the star, Merv.
Yeah.
Come on.
all
They're
right,
walking
away. Cuts the star off, puts it under his tunic.
And that is the
And
end
that-
of our thing.
Well, thank you very much, Sonar, for allowing us to be a part of the holiday
The marathon magic.
podcast marathon magic.
Absolutely.
Dwarven Moss. That's us.
Dwarven Moss, that's
Good job,
Act
Kris.
3 is
Yeah, good
coming
job,
out
Kris.
soon. Great job, Tom. Great job, Jay. We want to tell everybody that Act 3 is coming out in the new year, and we're so excited for you to hear it to finish off the amazing adventures of Wendell and Boren.
Absolutely.
And thanks to our
perhaps-
YouTube chat, too. Thanks, everyone, for
Yeah,
showing
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Thanks,
those
Red.
comments.
And we love to see you. We recognize your names,
There they are.
and we love to.
We love seeing. We're so glad you're here, everybody.
We got a real club.
Guys,
We're
that
very
was based
lucky,
on
aren't
Home
we?
Alone.
This has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.